Savannah Chrisley discusses how her father, Todd, has changed since going to prison. Savannah Chrisley continues to shed light on her parents' continuing legal battle and provides a glimpse inside Todd and Julie Chrisley's lives behind bars. Savannah Chrisley meets with one of Todd and Julie's lawyers, Alex Little of Burr and Foreman, in a new edition of her Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley podcast titled Talk to My Lawyer. Savannah takes aim at the media headlines and inside sources that speculate on her parents' experiences behind bars as the conversation delves into the process of appealing Todd and Julie's fraud conviction. It's hilarious because one of them was like, "Oh, he's let himself go," she says of one story about her father. First off, newsflash, they don't sell hair color in commissary, so of course his hair is gray. But, you know what, I would tell him today, like, if he was out, keep it that way. Like, it looks good. He's got a great prison barber. She also calls out reports that her father is struggling with his conscience amid his incarceration. These sources are saying that Dad is just, that his guilt is eating him alive in prison, and that he's ready to admit his faults. She says. Little, who has been working with Todd and Julie since their arrest in June 2022, adds, "Yeah, that's not my experience talking to him. Todd is focused on his appeal, according to his counsel, while doing what he needs to do to be a good model prisoner and to get along with the folks he's there with. He's not going to feel depressed since this is where we are." Jay Sargent of Weiner Law Group is also the Chrisleys' newly appointed counsel, and he just spoke with Ed about the conditions he claims Todd and Julie are enduring behind jail. He also stated that there is a way forward following the Chrisley Knows Best star's imprisonment in November 2022. Todd and Julie arrived in the prison in January. Todd is incarcerated for 12 years in Pensacola, Florida, and Julie is incarcerated for 7 years in Lexington, Kentucky. Both are appealing their convictions. As part of their sentence, Todd and Julie were sentenced to pay more than $17 million in reparations. I think Savannah, while it's not her job to make restitution on behalf of her parents, she has every intention, Sargent told it. "I've talked to her about it several times. She intends to do everything she can to make amends on behalf of her parents from the outside." Despite Savannah's efforts to support her parents, Sargent believes the court order for reparations following Chrisley's conviction fell short. "In this case, I think they got it totally wrong," he remarked of the sentence. "Obviously, if they want people to make restitution, they should. If they have a prison sentence, it should be reasonable. It should be confined to its home. They're not going anywhere. They're in Category 1 of the federal government's criminal sentence standards. They are not at risk of fleeing, and there is no violence involved. If they're going to pay back restitution, how can they do it while in prison?" Sargent is now primarily concerned with obtaining a correction to the Chrisleys' claimed living conditions, as well as their pending appeal.